What's going on, guys? Welcome back. We're back at the garage again, the FI garage, forced induction garage. Makes sense, right? So normally I usually try to record every Friday for you guys. That's my day off. Yesterday was raining like crazy, so I didn't even get to come out here do anything. But today's Saturday, I'm out of work, so we're gonna try and get some more work done. So for anybody that's new to the channel, make sure you guys subscribe, tap that notification bell, that way you know when a new video is on its way. And let's get started with the video. Alright, so the plan for today's video, gonna try to get the transmission on, gonna try to get the starter on as well, gonna try to put the wiring harness, try to get all that stuff ready. And I'm also gonna try and run the feed line for the turbo. Typically with the turbo kit, there's a little T that you could screw right into here, the oil pressure sensor, and then you would take the oil pressure sensor out, put it on that T. As a matter of fact, let me just show you guys, it'll make life so much easier. And I meant the turbo feed line kit, not the turbo kit. But anyways, this is the little T I'm talking about. It comes with this little fitting, and this will replace where the oil pressure sensor goes. So we'll screw that in here. Once we got that screw on, you'll get this little T, screw this guy on, then the oil pressure sensor go on this side, and then you can run the turbo feed line from here and then around to the front. And it comes with a little bolt that you can block this side off, and that's how you would normally run that. But with my sandwich plate right here for the VTEC, I have another port here, so I'm gonna just use this to run my feed to the turbo, and then I'm gonna just leave that how it is. All right, so I got my feed line right here. I'm gonna put a little bit of Teflon tape here. I'm a Teflon guy. Just want to make sure I have no leaks. And then this end is going to go right there. It's going to screw right into that hole. Not sure if you guys can see it too well. Yeah. And there you go. And then the line is just going to go around the valve cover and go right into here. So I'm just going to do that real quick. Alright guys, so the feed line is on, nice and tight. I made these little custom brackets here and here to hold that line in place, and we're all good to go with that. Hopefully this is not sticking too high to where the hood can't close, but we'll cross that bridge once we get there. So there's the feed line ran for the turbo. Oh, that's good to go. And I'm gonna work on getting the transmission on. I gotta change the throttle bearing inside the transmission real quick. Probably gonna have to come get my wife to help me with the trans. Do that real quick because transmission's a little heavy. I ain't gonna lie, I don't want to struggle putting it on, so I'm gonna go and do that. Alright guys, so here's the transmission. It's a little dirty in there, so I'm gonna clean that down a little bit. But this is the fork right here, and this is the throwout bearing right here. It slides on the shaft right here. Literally, to just take this out, you can just pull it out all the way and kind of twist it at an angle, and it just slides right off. It's just hooked on there, really not much else holding it, but that's how you take the throwout bearing out. Got my new throwout bearing right here, so I'm gonna put that guy on. And also got my little dowel pins right here, and this guy sits in here, and then this guy sits right over here, and that pretty much just guides the transmission so it could sit perfectly straight to the block, so nothing's misaligned. So I'm just go ahead, clean all this down real quick, put the new throwout bearing on, and then get to working on this, putting this transmission on. All right, so new throwout bearing is on. That's all good to go. And I also got the dowel pins ready on the block. There's one dowel pin right there. There's the other dowel pin. And that's going to help align the transmission when we put it on. So I'm gonna go and grab the tranny and start putting this bad boy on. All right, so my wife's about to come out now, help me out. I did put a little jack under here with some cardboard on the oil pan because I'm not sure if these bolts will be in the way when I try to put the transmission on. So I just loosened them up, pushed them back out the way. That's supporting it just in case. And same thing on this side. So now she's going to help me bring the transmission over here and start putting it on. Alright, so the transmission made it over here. Now it's time to put it on. So we're going to go and do that now. Got my helper right here. Alright guys, as you can see, it's nighttime. This transmission was a pain in the ass to put on. I have no idea why it gave us such a hard time. My wife trooped it out, helping me out. We finally got it on. As soon as it fell into place, I started tightening the bolts up. It sucks. The person I bought this block from, I'm not sure if he knew or not, but this bolt and this bolt, the threads inside the block were stripped completely out. So these guys just spin there. They're not even tight. At least this one is tight. I got to snug this guy back on pretty tight. The other side is pretty tight. But I'm gonna have to try and figure out what I'm gonna do there. Probably take those bolts out and hopefully I could tap it with the transmission on. Because I really don't want to take this back out and fight with it to go back on. Since I'm already here, I'm gonna just go ahead and throw the starter on real quick, just because it's only 2 bolts. So I'm gonna just go bang that out real quick. So there you have it, the starter's on, tranny's on. Boy, this took pretty long. That transmission was just a pain. I don't know what the hell's going on, but everything is finally on. Definitely gonna end this video right here. This kind of sucks because the motor pretty much would have been ready to go in after this, but I really don't want to risk it. I want to make sure that those threads are clean out for those 2 top tranny bolts and that it's nice and snugged. So we're almost there. The motor would have been going in, but I want to make sure I fix those 2 bolts that are stripped out, the threads. I just don't want to risk it. That's just things that happens when you're doing a build, you know. We just gotta correct it as we go. But I appreciate everybody tuning in, and as always, keep on watching. Catch you on the next one.